Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bookshop Cafe Book Club. Yes, I have decorated for autumn. The spooky vibes are now here all year round and I'm sick of pretending that I like summer because I don't, and I'm sorry. I've got a spooky book haul for you. Very exciting. I also have a cinnamon roll. I'm sorry, it's from Starbucks, I know, but there is no but. But you know, you needed to know that I was having a cinnamon roll. Get the spooky vibes. I also have a cinnamon iced latte. And I had a drive-through. Okay. I was on the way back from my fiance's house. He now lives an hour and 20 minutes away. I had to go somewhere to get my coffee fix. He doesn't like coffee, there's no coffee in his house, and I'm sorry, I'll hold my hands up and I'm sorry. But today finally feels like a spooky autumnal day. It is misty, spooky, and I am thriving. I can even wear my black jeans today. You know? So there you are. So I'll start with the book that I am reading at this moment in time, which is Dracula by Dacre Stoker. Inspired by the notes that Bram Stoker left, Dacre Stoker is his great-great-grand-nephew. So it is 1868, 21-year-old Bram Stoker has barricaded himself inside the tower of a long-abandoned abbey. He is armed with mirrors and crucifixes, holy water, some white roses, a notebook and a gun. His only solace is a bottle of brandy. His fervent prayer is that he will survive the night. Time is short. Determined to leave a record of what he has witnessed, the young man begins to write, and the tale he tells is an extraordinary one. From the other side of that door, that locked door, waits an ungodly nightmare that he had hoped had ended years before. Speculation still surrounds what was in the missing first 100 pages of the original Dracula. Inspired by the notebooks and journals that Bram Stoker left behind, Dracula takes us back to the very beginning to reveal what drove him to write one of the most terrifying stories ever told. Need I say more? Next that I got is Mexican Gothic. Oh, by the way, these first 4 books that I'm showing you I got off World of Books, which is a second-hand charity shop kind of book website. So yes. Okay, Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Oh, sorry. This one was also by J.D. Barker. Sorry, I focused on the Stoker bit. I do apologise. So the back says, he's trying to poison me. You must come for me. Noemi? You have to save me. I am really sorry if I said the name wrong. Okay. When glamorous socialite Noemi Taboada receives a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin begging to be rescued from a mysterious doom, it is clear something is amiss. Catalina has always had a flair for the dramatic, but her claims that her husband is poisoning her and her visions of restless ghosts sound remarkable even for her. Noemi's chic gowns and perfect lipstick are more suited to cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing, but she immediately heads to High Palace, a remote mansion in the Mexican countryside, determined to discover what is so affecting her cousin. Tough and smart, she possesses an indomitable will, and she is not afraid, not of her cousin's new husband, who is both menacing and alluring, not of his father, the ancient patriarch, who seems fascinated by Noemi, and not of the house itself, which begins to invade Noemi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Her only ally is in this inhospitable abode is the family's youngest son. Shy and gentle, he wants to help, but he might also be hiding dark knowledge of the family's past, for there are many secrets behind the walls of High Place. The family's once colossal wealth and fading mining empire kept them from prying eyes. But as Noemi digs deeper, she unearths stories of violence and madness, and Noemi, mesmerised by the terrifying yet seductive world of High Place, may soon find it impossible to leave this enigmatic house behind. And then next, The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Nobody Owens, known to his friends as Bod, is a normal boy. He would be completely normal if he didn't live in a graveyard, being raised by and educated by ghosts. There are dangers and adventures for Bod in the graveyard, but it is in the land of the living that real danger lurks, for it is there that the man Jack lives, and he has already killed Bod's family. A deliciously dark masterwork by the best-selling author Neil Gaiman, with illustrations by award-winning Chris Riddell. Love a good Neil Gaiman book. And then finally, from World of Books, I got A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. And this is, I believe it's going to be a series, so this is lesson 1 of the Scholarmance. Enter a school of magic unlike any you have encountered. There are no teachers, no holidays, friendships are purely strategic, and the odds of survival are never equal. Once you're inside, there are only 2 ways out: you graduate or you die. Elle Higgins is uniquely prepared for the school's many dangers. She may be without allies, but she possesses a dark power strong enough to level mountains and wipe out untold millions. Never mind easily destroy the countless monsters that prowl the school, except she might accidentally kill all the other students too, so Elle is trying her hardest not to use it. That is, unless she has no other choice. This next one I got from, I believe it's just called The New Bookshop in Cockermouth, which is an independent bookshop. Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. If this book doesn't just sum me up, I mean, it's a graphic novel, which previously I'd never read a graphic novel before. And yeah, it's on a pumpkin patch, and I just love it. So, Deja and Josiah are seasonal best friends. Every autumn, all through high school, they've worked together at the best pumpkin patch in the whole wide world. They say goodbye every Halloween and are reunited every September 1st. But this Halloween is different. Josiah and Deja are finally seniors, and this is their last season at the pumpkin patch, their last shift together, their last goodbye. Josiah's ready to spend the whole night feeling melancholy about it. Deja isn't ready to let him. She's got a plan. What if instead of moping they went out with a bang? What if their last shift was an adventure? And I have already read this book because my friend Rebecca actually lent me her copy, but I decided to get one of my own because it was just amazing, and I want to be able to have it all the time. So yeah, and then the next few books that I got from a bargain bookshop in Keswick. It's on the main street. I can't remember the name of the bookshop, but it was absolutely brilliant. So, Gothic murder mayhem short stories, fantasy. I mean, come on now. It was $9.99 and it's a lovely hardback book. So, the Gothic and Fantasy Collection, a chilling selection of original and classic short stories packed full of monsters, psychopaths and high body counts. Tales of death and destruction from such classic authors as H.P. Lovecraft, William Hope Hodgson, Ambrose Bierce, Edgar Allan Poe, Franz Kafka, Bram Stoker and many more are cast alongside stories by exciting new hardcore crime writers. And this it's got beautiful gold edging, so many short stories, and I can't really wait. Upon a similar kind of line of short stories, it comes in this little thing, and it was only $6.99. Also a hardback, and I think I prefer it out of the box because it's got this lovely red So, H.P. Lovecraft, Tales of Terror. When H.P. Lovecraft died in March 1937, he left a legacy of work that has influenced countless generations of writers, filmmakers, and which has seen him held as a master of historic and of horror and fantasy fiction. This elegant edition offers a selection of some of his best loved and most popular stories. They include Dagon, Herbert West, Reanimator, The Call of Cthulhu, The Dunwich Horror, The Whisperer in Darkness, At the Mountains of Madness, The Shadow over Innsmouth, The Shadow Out of Time, and The Haunter of the Dark, with specially commissioned illustrations and an introduction by Dr. Kira Mackenzie. This is a perfect gift for those who love the thrills and chills of horror fiction. And I can't wait. It's kind of one of those things like when you're in a bit of a book slump and you just don't know what to read, or you can't find yourself being able to commit to a whole book. This one I think the Americans call it a middle grade. Okay. And it is called Through the Mirrored Door, and it is by someone Baker. The stickers over it, but it was $2.99. Every house holds a secret. Wait, I shouted, there's someone up there. But when I looked back at the top of the house, there was no light, there was no fire, and there was definitely no face. Nighttime footsteps, flickering candlelight, and shadows in windows. Angela knows a secret is hiding in this crumbling French manor house. Then she finds Julian, but is it too late to save him? I just thought it would be a nice, easy read, not very spooky. It would just kind of, yeah, like it's literally just one of those easy read if I get too scared by the Gothic and horror. And the next one is also kind of middle grade. Yeah. Only $3.99. Once Upon a Dream, A Twisted Tale. And I know people on bookstagram that have like all of these kind of ones. This one's by Liz Braswell. So, Once Upon a Dream. Discover what would have happened if a kiss from the prince didn't wake Sleeping Beauty. The handsome prince is poised to kiss this beautiful sleeping princess and live happily ever after. But as soon as his lips touch hers, he too falls fast asleep. It is clear that this tale is far from over. Now Princess Aurora must escape from a dangerous and magical land created from her very own dreams, with Maleficent's agents following every move. Aurora needs to discover who her true friends are, and most importantly, who she really is, which I just thought was fun. And then this one was recommended by one of the shop clerks, and I'm really glad that she did. Makes me very happy. This is The Binding by Bridget Collins. Beautiful cover. So, Emmett Farmer is a binder's apprentice. His job is to handcraft beautiful books, and within each to capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If you have something you want to forget or a secret you want to hide, he can bind it, and you will never have to remember the pain it caused. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and secrets are meticulously stored and recorded. Then one day Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of the volumes has his name on it. This is me, and thank you very much, the person at the desk who told me to read it. And then the last one is from a second-hand bookshop. This was £1. £1, and it's a hardback, and it's perfect. It was in Cockermouth. It was like down an alley. It was like a little second-hand bookshop. I can't remember the name of it, but I will Google search it and leave it down below if anyone is interested. There are lots of books for amazing prices. Okay, so Sleeth. Oh, I didn't even tell you what it was called. The Ghost of Sleeth by James Herbert. Ghosts. I know. Sleeth, a picturesque village hidden away in a part of the Chiltern Hills seldom visited by outsiders. With its medieval church and traditional green and pond, it presents the perfect picture of English rural calm. But something is lurking in the shadows of the ancient buildings. The faces of people hiding behind the twitching curtains of the idyllic cottages betray the fear that has gripped the community, fear of terrors beyond mortal control and imagination. The psychic investigator David Ash has had more experience than most facing what lies behind paranormal and supernatural phenomena. But even he is unprepared for what greets him when he is summoned to investigate reports of mass hauntings. This breathtakingly original and powerful story immediately lays claim to being James Herbert's finest work yet, chillingly disturbing, peopled with memorable characters and studded with unforgettable scenes. The Ghost of Sleeth is the work of one of our foremost popular writers at the height of his powers. The millions of readers already familiar with James Herbert's novels will be delighted. Those who have yet to discover the scope and power of his writing have an enthralling experience awaiting them. And so that is the end of this book haul. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video, which, fingers crossed, will be far more frequent than my recent uploading. Yeah, okay.